Well, I'm finally back at Universal Studios, and not just back for a visit. I've finally done something I've been meaning to do for the last several years. I have once again purchased an annual pass to Universal Studios. Allie and I had passes to Universal Studios for a couple years there, but then the pandemic came along, all different kind of stuff in life came up, and it feels like every year since Universal Studios has been reopened, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get a pass this year, I'm gonna get a pass this year. It never happened, and finally, maybe it was all the Epic Universe promotion in Florida, I don't know why, but I sold a couple of tikis and decided, you know what? Maybe it's time we go back to Universal Studios Hollywood. Look at this, they're getting ready for those FanFest nights. Universal's finally doing their own special After Dark events. I can't wait to check those out. But for the last couple of years, the only time that we've come out here, and again, not on purpose, but just for one reason or another, has been for Halloween Horror Night. So it's kind of nice to be out here without anyone chasing me with a chainsaw for once. Dude, of course, I'm pumped on the Back to the Future stuff coming to the FanFest nights, but I'm really stoked and very curious as to what they're gonna have out here for Star Trek. I'm a big Star Trek fan, although I don't talk about it too often. I'm just stoked to have a pass again. Oh, look at Allie. She looks like she belongs on the red carpet. So we're gonna log in here, figure out how to get that all sorted out. Kind of late in the afternoon already, but have a little light day, a little light time walking around. Let's do this. Dude, that was so easy. We bought them online. All we had to do was just show up at the turnstile. No little office to go to, no taking your picture like the old days. They just scan your fingerprint and you are good to go. They gave us this little piece of paper, which will absolutely be destroyed in my wallet in 2 seconds. But I think that'll be okay. As I mentioned, we got here kind of late today, so don't expect an exhaustive tour or anything like that. On this particular visit, I'm mostly just stoked to be back, to be a Universal pass holder again. I had one in the early 2000s. I would come and just ride the tram tour, just look at Back to the Future stuff, and then usually take off, maybe ride Back to the Future, the ride a few times. That was back when they were like 99 bucks or something like that, or like you buy a ticket, you could visit the whole year free. They'd have all these special deals. And I didn't have one for a couple of years. And then funny enough, my friend Adam the Woo bought me one when he first started visiting Universal Studios Hollywood, I think just so he'd have someone to go with. Then I had one sort of uninterrupted until COVID. And like I said, for whatever reason, I just ended up letting it go, kept meaning to renew it, kept meaning to get a new pass, and never did. Oh, look at this. They're getting ready for the FanFest thing. Check it out, Star Trek Red Alert. I am so excited to see. The rumor is they're gonna have the bridge, the set from Picard. So they're going to have the old Enterprise bridge set up. I'm pretty stoked for that. Of course, coming here during horror nights, nothing is the same as it usually is in like the daytime operations, right? There's mazes everywhere, there's monsters, people are screaming, the children are screaming. And it's actually been so long since I've been down to Universal in normal operations that I believe I have actually come and experienced the Despicable Me Minion Mayhem attraction, but I never experienced the Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash attraction. To be honest with you, I've never even seen the movie. I'm pretty curious about this ride though.
Wow, it's like a never-ending stream of puppies.
Are we sure these aren't just the same puppies from before?
No way.
I'm saying we can't tell. It's not like they have collars.
That means they don't have homes.
Now I know it looks like a typical little kid's room, but that's just because it provides the perfect cover for my superhero activities. Also, it is a little kid's room.
The Secret Life of Pets. Wiener Kingdom. Let's see what we look like as pets. Let's see what we look like. Hey, that is not what I would have expected at all. Wow! All right, now I gotta see the movie. Wiener Kingdom. This is so good. This is exactly what I want from Disney. More Wiener Kingdom, Disney, let's go. Wait a minute. There's me in pet form. There's me. I can't believe I've never seen this before. What a fun one.
We made it! With Andy Dowd.
It's so funny because basically all of this still feels brand new to me, like even having Minions out here, because I think the version of Universal Studios Hollywood that's permanently burned into my brain is when I first had that pass, like in 2002, 2003. So even though I come here every year, I'm walking around like, where's Terminator 4D? I completely forgot that they built this whole area based on Despicable Me, which is kind of cute. It's kind of cool. Got the little Minion Cafe and the little Minion Midway games. I particularly like the Banana Cabana over here. Look at this guy. Wow, look at this. Look at the size of that store right there. It's so cool. I love the theming. I mean, back in the day, Between Universal and Disney parks, no contest. But Universal has just grown and grown by leaps and bounds. They've gotten so good at theming. Every time we have been for horror nights, I'm like, I want to kind of just come and walk around this park sometime. Anyway, we're here now. I guess I'll be popping in and out of here for a year at least. But I am very excited to re-familiarize myself with another one of my home parks. Oh, look at this. They're still constructing that Fast and the Furious ride. I totally forgot about that. Actually, you and I were here when they opened the Fast and Furious quote-unquote ride down there on the tram tour. That's not a ride at all. And so it's kind of crazy to see this finally coming to fruition, that they're finally gonna have like a real e-ticket attraction here based on those movies. I've only seen a handful of them, just like I've still only seen a handful of the Harry Potter films. That's because when my son was little, he wanted to read the books first, and then as a reward, watch the corresponding movie in the series, like as he finished each book. So we got through 3 or 4, and then I think he stalled out on those. So I stalled out as well. But lately I've been thinking, you know what? I gotta bite the bullet. At some point, I need to read all those books. I need to watch all those movies. I need to see what's going on, because I've always enjoyed the little Hogsmeade area and the Diagon Alley in Florida and all that kind of stuff. I appreciate the theming and the sort of immersive universe. I was just going full Lord of the Rings at the time those movies were coming out. I was like, yeah, Harry Potter, that's for kids. And clearly I was wrong, because it is still going strong, and I barely see any kids in here right now. We got all adult Potterheads here today. You know how I was saying I have the earlier version of this place burned into my brain forever. Literally every time I come here, I think, oh, Back to the Future. Oh yeah. It's the Simpsons ride still. I'm still curious how that's going to play out in the sort of long term now that Disney owns the Simpsons. It's almost like we're in a small, accidental Disney-themed portion now. Man, I never thought Disney would own the Simpsons of all things, much less Star Wars and Marvel. What a world. What a weird world. Maybe because I haven't really been coming to Universal on sort of regular days for the last few years, but I really am completely unfamiliar with how long the sort of contract is, the license for The Simpsons here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Like, eventually, will Disney be taking back the Simpsons IP for theme parks? I'm not sure. Let me know. Now, I do actually love The Simpsons. I am actually a massive fan of probably the first 10, maybe 15 seasons of The Simpsons. After that, I get less and less familiar. I was just getting older and doing more and more stuff, not really watching as regularly. In fact, Allie and I just bought one of those sort of like binders to put all of my Simpsons DVDs in, because they came in all those wacky shaped cases, and I was like, I don't know where to keep these. Look at that, look at Homer and Marge right here in front of the Quickie Mart that used to be Doc Brown's, of all things, fried chicken. Doc Brown had his own fried chicken restaurant. I guess he had to fund all that time traveling somehow. Actually, you know what? I might have been getting that wrong. That might have been the little gift shop for Back to the Future. Maybe the fried chicken was a separate building. See, it's been a while. I love this though. I love seeing all these Simpsons characters. I really love seeing the walk around characters in the suits. And look at this. I love coming in to the Quickie Mart. Man, now I want a squishy. How cool is this, man? I remember all that early 90s merch, you know, like on the white card backs, all the colorful little Simpsons characters over here. I was never allowed to own them. My mom, I wasn't supposed to watch The Simpsons. My mom wouldn't let me. She said I was enough like Bart Simpson as it is. Uh-oh, Allie found the Lard Lad donuts. Okay, how freaking sick is that? A talking Krusty doll. I've been collecting these at Target, these little tiny $5 Simpsons figures. Lately, I love The Simpsons, man. I love them. Look at Groundskeeper freaking Willie. Actually, Allie got me this, the little set of these, for Christmas. That was my Christmas present. Oh my gosh. Howdly doodly, neighbor. It's freaking Ned Flanders. And look at this. It's Homer Simpson peeping on Homer Simpson. Maybe that's his doppelganger taking his wife. Oh no, but what does that make Homer? He's a peeping Tom. Oh, sorry to turn this into a merch video, but I just need that. I think they have that at Target as well. I love seeing the little Duff beers in there, the Frying Dutchman, all the little advertisements and theming, but this is the best quote of all of the quotes from The Simpsons. This, my cat's breath smells like cat food. And my other favorite Simpsons quote of all time, he thinks he's Babe, pig in the city. As you can see, it's very busy out here. It is a Saturday. That's why I said it's not gonna be an exhaustive tour today. We mostly just came to secure the passes, make sure everything worked online. But look at this. Look at this. This is the thing I'm the most excited for. Back to the Future, Destination Hill Valley. On those FanFest nights, we're actually gonna be able to wander around the Hill Valley set. And I've done that a few times. Last time was with a good buddy of mine who was working on a show here at Universal, but of course, There were no cameras allowed. We're just cruising around down there on a golf cart, checking out Hill Valley. But this time the DeLorean's gonna be down there. I'm sure Doc Brown's there's supposed to be characters running around that you can interact with. I'm very excited to see what they do at these FanFest nights. Like, I very much enjoy things like Star Wars night, 90s night was a hoot at Disneyland, but I would be lying if I didn't tell you that I have been getting just sort of a little bit burned out on some of those nights out there. I did secure my ticket to one of the FanFest nights. I'm very much looking forward to seeing like stuff with completely different themes and everything. I'm pretty stoked. All right, we are now gonna cruise down to the lower lot because the one thing Allie always wants to do every time we're here for horror nights, she wants to ride on the Mummy, and we almost never get a chance. We always run out of time. We're doing the mazes, we're running around. That's the whole reason I bought her a pass as well, so she can ride the Mummy as many times as she wants. Dude, look at this. Look at the way they are building this freaking extreme Fast and Furious roller coaster right on the side of the hill like that. I mean, I knew they were gonna do that. It's another thing entirely, actually seeing the tracks out here, like, oh, that is gonna be absolutely terrifying to ride on. Anyway, and so we begin the 5,000 escalator descent to the lower lot. Dude, broskies and broskets. Look at that. Look at how insane this roller coaster is. I mean, look at how much vertical elevation change there is. Part of me can't wait. The other part of me is dreading my first ride on that. Look at the size of that thing. The freaking track loops around under the escalators. Oh, this is my favorite part of the way down to the lower lot is that beautiful view of the back lot you get from up here. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but right in the dead center of your screen, there's the tippy top of the Back to the Future courthouse. And then off in the distance up on your upper left, it's Warner Brothers out there. And you got this scenic view of the San Fernando Valley. Nice day out here. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about Super Nintendo World, and I forgot Allie's never even been inside of it. So there's another bonus for the annual pass thing here. I spent some time with Mario this year. I like it. These passes we got only have like a handful of blockout days. They include parking. We even added like the little Universal Express thing so you can go to the front of the line once per ride per day. And for both of us, I think it was just less than half of one of our Disneyland passes cost per year. Just crazy. Dude, and Allie is definitely probably the most stoked to have unlimited access to the Mummy all year long. But this is what I'm the most stoked about. Freaking Jurassic World. Dude, I am so pumped to ride this thing again. Allie and I were some of the last people to get to ride the old Jurassic Park version of the ride before they shut it down. Universal invited us to do that. I wasn't here for the opening though, when they reopened it as Jurassic World. I had to wait till I came back for Horror Nights to see it then. And I actually really love the changes. Cannot wait to, I'm gonna ride this today. Heck, it's warm enough. But first things first, I've been promising you forever, it is finally time to ride the Brendan Fraser ride. It is the Mummy. Or actually, more accurately, Revenge of the Mummy, the ride. I don't think I've ever really stopped and thought about the fact that it has that name. I always just say, oh, you wanna ride the Mummy? I really like the Florida version at Universal Studios Orlando with the crazy fire in the ceiling. I guess I could forgive Brendan Fraser for this ride replacing E.T., I guess, but I still blame the Mummy. The Mummy is very, very evil. He took out E.T., for God's sakes. I miss E.T. Elliot. All right, no filming allowed on this ride. I will see you on the other side. Oh yeah. Put the camera away, the main camera away, put the purse away. This is cool, dude. Let's hop on that ride any second. I go fight the Mummy. Mummy! Speaking of mummies, I hope they start a new round of Universal horror movies soon. Some of my favorite things ever, the old original Universal horror movies. I didn't think the Dark Universe movies I saw were that bad. Can't wait to go to Epic Universe and see the Dark Universe over there. That is going to be sick. I think my favorite thing about this ride is how all the employees are dressed like Sala. The greatest digger in Cairo. All right, that was sick. A+. All right, retrieved our stuff from the locker. It's getting really windy outside now. And this is so cool. This is how long it's been. I didn't even know they had fuel rods in this park. It's just so neat and so different to come here, 20 years from when I first had my first pass to Universal Studios Hollywood. Never came here as a kid. My parents were always like, if we're going to a theme park, we're going to Disneyland. So that's sort of like my heyday of it would be like 24, 25 years ago. And there's still a lot of just like movie studio theming, but the amount of actual theming, like the themed areas, the themed lands that has sprouted up over here and just gone to the next level every time they make an upgrade. It's just blowing my mind. Oh, look at this, it's Megatron.
Oh, you're but a little insect-sized squash. You're that little bumblebee. It seems their populations have been depleted enough. Why don't you turn to me? Let's build a new hive. Buzz closer, Bumblebee.
The only thing I ever wish they'd go back on, I mean, as much as I love Back to the Future, the ride and all that stuff, is this Studio Cafe building down here. It used to be like a little museum. They'd have props and stuff. For a while, there was all kinds of stuff from I Love Lucy in here. Then they had the original DeLorean down here and some props from Coraline and other films like that. Not that I wish they'd turn this back into that, but I hope one day they incorporate more of a little museum area in Universal Studios again. Because it is cool, you are actually down here on the backlot where they filmed all those classic Universal movies. And I always think it would be amazing if there was sort of like a little museum here. Now look at this, look at the little glamour tram, popcorn bucket with Woody Woodpecker in it. That's left over from the 60th anniversary of the studio tour that they just had recently. I never got one of these buckets. I'm so stoked that they still have these things. I gotta get one of these before we leave. And that doesn't feel like your typical cheap popcorn bucket. That thing is like a full-on, like a toy, like a nice solid toy. All right, we're already starting to go full Universal. These never work out for me in the past, the refillable sort of drink cups that you buy, because I always forget to bring them back. But Allie assures me she will remind me, so we're going freestyle. What you getting?
Strawberry Fanta.
Strawberry Fanta. This is my favorite part about those cups, is the straws that come in them. All right, so this is the other thing we've never done, is enter Super Nintendo World on a regular park day. We popped in here during Horror Nights really quick just so Allie could see what it looked like, but she has never experienced the wonders and the majesty of Super Nintendo World. I got to go in on one of the preview days with my friend Fake Tyler. It's pretty fun. Actually, his new name is Filthy Tonopah Tyler, or Tuna Tyler. I like Tuna Tyler. Tuna Tyler, both because he looks like a tuna and he really enjoys tuna. It's his favorite food. We're gonna be popping into Super Nintendo World any second. First, Allie decided she had to enjoy a little bit of flavor of the East. Some Panda Express. Look at that, there's what Allie eats at Universal Studios. There's what I eat. It's about the only option I have. All right, Allie has sampled the cuisine of the Orient, and now we're headed to Super Nintendo Town. Hey, look at that!
And then we'll stand together and defeat Megatron. Until then, roll out!
I completely forgot about the Transformers ride, but at the moment it's closed for refurbishment, so that's off the list. We are headed in for a little Mario action, a little Super Nintendo World. This is cool though, this is Allie's first time in the land. Now the Hollywood version does not have like the Donkey Kong ride or anything like that, although I think they do have a Donkey Kong walk-around character that I have not seen yet. But I really loved my experience at Super Nintendo World, running around with the little wristband. I wish I had brought my little Mario wristband thing out today, but that's okay. Wristband or not, we still get to go through the warp pipe. Oh, I love that noise. I love that noise. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, I love this. I love the theming, the portraits of the Goombas, or my favorite, the Bob-ombs. I don't know why, I've always loved the Bob-ombs. They're the best. I bought a little plush Bob-omb. It was the first souvenir I ever bought from Super Nintendo World. And look at this. Oh my gosh. And it's just as awesome as I remember. That's where we came in right there. Princess Peach's castle. I love the stained glass. I mean, it is incredible looking at it. Oh my gosh, speaking of Princess Peach, there she is right there in her little gazebo, meeting and greeting. She's talking to people and her mouth is moving. Oh, weird. Dude, so much motion. They subtly have the Mario music playing in the background. I mean, they're eating Disney's lunch. And look at this, here's another character I never got to experience. Freaking out a little bit. Toad!
All right, can I have you put your drink down for me?
I'm so excited to meet you, Toad. Now, where's the princess? In another castle? Oh no, she's over there. Okay, good. You couldn't deceive me this time, Toad. Fun pick with Toad! Oh, that is so cool. So excited to meet you, Toad. Always been a big fan, except during Super Mario Kart. Then he always beats me. Makes me so angry. Look, there she is, talking.
I hope to see you again soon.
That is so weird when she talks. Her mouth is moving. So weird. Ah, look at it. I love seeing like the mushroom up there moving around. I love seeing this big guy, all the coins spinning, and motion everywhere. Everybody's playing all the games, taking sick pics, little toadstools for shade. I love the cactus guy. Can never think of his name. Oh, there's extra life up there. No sign of Mario or Luigi out here at the moment, but I'm sure we'll run into him now that we have the passes. I love this that the whole land is sort of interactive. You get the little power-up wristband. You can play all these games. Try to defeat the Goomba. Oh, this kid won. He won! Oh, looks like they're selling power-up bands over here now. Look at these. Look at all the different designs that you have. I think I have a Mario one. I might want to get a Yoshi one day. I do love Yoshi. Speaking of Mario Kart, whenever I play Mario Kart, I always go for Yoshi, the green Yoshi. Then we had a problem because Allie moved in with me, and it turns out she likes to be Yoshi, the green Yoshi, during Mario Kart, and that is not acceptable. That is my guy. Look at this. Look at all of this. I wish I brought my little power-up band so I could score some points. I think Mario and Luigi are actually coming out here to do a photo op in a little bit. That's why everybody is lined up over here. I love all the merch. I love the little gloves, the hats. So cool. Oh, there's the fire flower. Got an extra life up there. Look, we got some Koopas up here. Old school green-shelled Koopa Troopas. Oh, there's another one over here too. One of these games. You're hitting the POW boxes. I think you're trying to defeat that little Koopa Troopa right up there. That's what we always called Bowser when I was a kid, and all there was the original Super Mario Brothers game. Just called him King Koopa back then, not Bowser at all. Weird. Oh, he got him! This is the best though, the whole queue for the Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge ride where you're going through all those cool Super Mario environments and then into Bowser's Castle, which has to be the coolest themed area that I've seen in so long. I mean, I'm just being honest, I think it outdoes Star Wars Land in terms of theming in there. Although that's a tough call. Rise of the Resistance, one of the greatest rides ever made. It's super awesome going inside the Millennium Falcon. And maybe it's better not to compare the two. You know, they're apples and oranges, really. But in terms of like immersive environments, Indiana Jones, that queue is the best line in a Disney park, the one at Disneyland. I still think that wins. And here, this is like the best themed line I've ever seen. If you love Mario, that line is the place to be, even more so than the ride. Oh my gosh, I forgot about all the little side quests and the little miniature castle over here. So cool. And nothing is nearly as crowded as I thought it was going to be. All right, well, we're not hopping on the ride today. They don't accept the Universal Express that we have for that particular ride. Mario and Luigi are gonna pop out here in a second. I kind of just want to take a peek at them, so we'll go up into the 1-Up factory. See, now I'm jealous I don't have my little band or whatever. I want to get some coins. All right, traveling through the yellow pipe here into the 1-Up factory. Oh, look at all this. This is where you exit the Mario Kart ride, just over there. And look at all of this sick Mario merch. Man, I wish I could have had some of this in the 90s. I mean, look at all of this. You should have this hat, Allie, because you're my little boo. Aw. Looks good on you, but everything does. Dude, when I was a kid, my brother and I, we would have died to have a little plush Mario like that. I mean, there was some Mario merch around in the 90s, don't get me wrong, like especially when, Super Mario Bros. 3 came out, there was quite a bit of merch, like McDonald's toys and stuff like that. I saw that, that was a nice catch, but nothing like what they have now. I need this right here, I need this little Yoshi. Oh, look at that, they got the power bands there, but more importantly, check these out. Look at the freaking action figures. Those are sick. Urge to buy rising. Of course, I blew out the budget on the passes themselves, and now we got some cups and everything. I probably should calm down. I don't need it, but I do. But there's always tomorrow. I love that they have the little toadstool ears. They've got bananas and stars, little Mario headbands right there. And then the bob-ombs. Look at the little bob-ombs right there. Oh my gosh. Chain Chomp plush Yoshi. Yoshi. Yeah, Yoshi. Oh, I hate this guy. Pretty sweet, dude. Pretty darn sweet. All right, let's go see if Mario and or Luigi have shown up yet out here at Super Nintendo World. Oh my gosh. Yes, they have. Both of the Super Mario Brothers have arrived. They have appeared. That is so stinking cool. Incredible. Oh, I forgot about their mouths moving.
Thank you so much for coming today. Hey.
take a picture.
Oh, and it's not just the talking, it's the blink for me, the blink.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Let's take a photo together.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to find my sort of preview day wristband, my little power-up band before I come back. Next time I'll gotta grab Allie one. That way, next time we can explore all the little games, side quests. We'll go stand in the standby line and do the Mario Kart ride, which is pretty trippy. I mean, really trippy. I kind of prefer the line over the ride, but that's not because the ride is bad. It's because the line is so freaking cool. It's so full of Easter eggs. Speaking of Easter eggs, look at Yoshi up there. Yoshi! See, you can tell how few times I've been in here. I almost forgot how to return to the park. Ooh, and it just so happens to be dumping us out at the perfect place because there's no way I'm leaving here without at least trying to ride Jurassic World. Came out here just to kind of activate the passes, have a chill, kind of casual day walking around. I cannot tell you how excited I'm getting. I can feel like the 7-year-old inside of me that always wanted to come to Universal Studios and never got the chance, being stoked. And not only are we here today, we're gonna keep coming back and back and back. Although I was just thinking to myself, if I am coming back and back and back, I might want to invest in a good poncho. Okay, I sent Allie just to find out how much ponchos are, just for future reference, and she made the executive decision to just buy some ponchos now. We do have the annual pass discount, so I hope that helped. I don't even want to know how much they are. I hope it actually says Universal Studios on these and they're not just clear. Oh, look at that! Okay, that's kind of sick. Kind of want to wear that at Disneyland on Tiana. All right, it is literally in the 80s out here today, and so I feel a little bit wimpy, but the money's spent, so I might as well enjoy my new look. Here we go. In to the line. What do they got in here? King Kong? I wish, actually. Bring back the old King Kong, the big one. All right, it's like Dunkirk out here, man. They are loading people on these boats as fast as they can. Look at that control room over there. One time an employee did invite me to go sit in that control room. It was pretty cool. Shout out to that employee. You know who you are. Oh, look at this. Some people have Mickey ponchos on. All right, so it won't be so weird if we take these and go ride Tiana then. Gotta get my money's worth. All right, if this episode suddenly ends, you'll know that the water mixed with the camera a little too much. Here we go. Give you some scenes from Jurassic World, the ride. They made me take off my hat. I feel nude. Oh no, here we go. Oh yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. I love it, dude. Look at the size. Oh, bud! No. Get out of here with that dinosaur. Look at how he's already fully protected. Oh, I don't like that. He's looking at us. Oh! It's everybody's mother-in-law. So cool, dude. The theming. The theming! Oh! Some geysers going off. Oh, he's asleep. Don't wake him up. Don't wake him up. Oh, no. I feel like the old ride we're not guaranteed to get wet. Not the case with the new one. That was so much more water than I thought it was going to be. Why? Why did you do that? Why? No, don't squirt me, bro. He's over it. He's done. Ash! Time for Raptors!
Hold all boats in safe zone.
Well, I don't think that's happening. Uh-oh. There's a little compies going on. Ooh, I love how loud it gets over here. Yes! Oh, Indominus Rex. He's out. He's on the loose. Now I'm getting pumped up. Allie's getting nervous. I'm getting pumped. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. What happened? Somebody brought up politics at the dinner table, and now everybody's mother-in-law is on the loose. Oh, look at the size of that snout. The size of it. This is it. This is it. We're going up. We're going up. Dun, 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 dun. I told you, just like Thanksgiving dinner. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, splashdown number 1 was hardcore. Dude, these ponchos were a great investment. Oh, no! No! more intense than I ever remember. Look at that freaking raptor. That is so sick. Oh no! Would you look at the size of it? Oh man! I forgot how huge it was. I'm getting a lot of growling. Whoa! 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 Oh no! Here he comes! No! The Battle of the Titans! And a win! Oh my gosh! I can't believe that! The only thing that didn't get me wet, the splashdown! We made it! We made it! That was awesome! Awesome! Again, more! 10 more times! Oh my gosh! That's so good, dude. That ride is so good. We got the little alley. I'm all wet giggles. We had a splashdown. That's so fun. I'm blind though. Just blind. Oh my gosh, dude. That last scene is so good. So cool. Everything's wet. And I am moist, moist, moist.
I can't imagine how wet we would be if we didn't have ponchos.
Oh my gosh, if we didn't have a poncho, we'd be soaked to the bone. But at least my bum is dry for once, you know? The hair's a little wet, so the hat's gonna get a little soggy, but that's all right. That's all right. It's an old hat. Other than that finale scene, which is just absolutely spectacular, the other thing I really like about the redesign of this ride is the redesign of the gift shop is so good. And there's so much sick merch in here now, like epic amount. Because I mean, for a while they weren't making Jurassic Park movies. The merch was kind of slim pickings. Now they keep putting out Jurassic Park movies. I haven't even seen all of them yet. And there's so much sick merch from the classic films, from the new films. It's awesome. There's one piece in particular that will blow your mind. Look at this. There's sick mugs, sick shirts, dinosaur toys for days. But what's really impressive, other than this display, look at this. Look at some of the shelving and displays are so well done. Is this right here, collections. This is where they keep the fancy stuff. Check this out, this is awesome. Some fancy signed Chris Pratt pictures right here, some very fancy collectibles, statues, dioramas. You know, autograph from Sam Neill over there, all that is awesome. But nothing can top this. The top piece of merch in the park, shirtless Jeff Goldblum. Look at that, 1,225 bones, but it's autographed, baby. I mean, how do you get any better than that? Like, I love all the theming on the columns and all that. Anytime that it's like themed, like you actually feel like you're in the environment you're supposed to be. And I do feel like we just visited Jurassic Park and we are now in a gift shop, you know, on one of those crazy islands. Well done. I mean, Universal never used to feel like that. I love it. I take that back, except for in the King Kong area, back in the day, the old school one, that was terrifying. And E.T. back in the day really felt like a themed environment. Otherwise, it was always kind of like, okay, you know, lesser than. The whole theme park industry has just grown and grown and gotten so crazy good at doing all of this. So awesome. Not to mention, I mean, Universal has been poaching talent from other companies, let's put it that way, and they've been doing a good job at taking the best talent that's unhappy elsewhere on what they have to work on and go, hey, come and create something over here. I think that's especially true of Epic Universe and their future expansion plan. They just announced they're going to open a Universal Park in England, which is going to be absolutely insane. I cannot wait to go there and see that if I live that long. It just used to be the kind of place that if you weren't interested in the tram tour over and over, you'd visit like, I don't know, every 6 months, maybe once a year, maybe not even that much. I mean, other people would. I'm just talking about me and my preferences for like, I want to be in those themed environments, immersive environments. They've just gotten so much better at it. It makes you want to spend more and more time here. That's what finally tipped me over the edge on getting another pass. Also the cost. Like I said, sold a couple of tikis. We're back. That was so freaking fun, dude. That last scene with the Indominus Rex or whatever and the T-Rex and the freaking raptors running around. Is there anything else like that in the world? Oh my gosh. That's a good reminder that I really cannot wait to see what's hiding at Epic Universe. All right, well, Allie and I are gonna cruise up to the upper lot. She wants to do a little Harry Potter riding before we head off back home. Normally at this point during the day, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I gotta do everything because, you know, I don't know when I'll come back, but I might be back in a couple days, you never know. Well, actually, got a secret mission coming up this week. I'll clue you in on it in a little while. Tomorrow, I've gotta be up really early because it's my dad's birthday, and we're gonna take London out, my brother out, and myself to do a little off-roading and stuff like that up in the mountains near Southern California. And then right after that, I embark on a secret mission. Not in California. What could it be, I wonder? Uh-oh. 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 I like that, dude. Homer must be at work. What in the heck? So much vibrating was happening when that was going on over here near the nuclear waste. Oh no, Homer's not at work. That's the problem. He's gone fishing. Anyway, we were like running around like, oh, we gotta do everything. We're gonna the Simpsons ride. We gotta go down to the tram tour before it closes. And then again, it dawned on me like, we don't have to do anything today. We can come back. That's the nice thing. There's been a bunch of stuff that I've been meaning to do and run around and film in LA or up here in the Valley. And I've always thought, I'd like, kind of like a home base, you know, someplace to park, someplace to go to the bathroom. So the Universal passes will work out nicely, I think, for some bonus adventures this year. So weird, the Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift rising up. I don't know when this even opens. I think it might actually be next year. All right, well, like I said, got a pass. We're gonna be able to come back. We're gonna be able to do everything. So we're gonna save some of this stuff for the next time we come back with you guys. I hate to cut it short, but like I said, I gotta get up really early. Do a little off-roading with my dad and my brother. They have Broncos. They both have Broncos. They're really excited. Take out the 2 Broncos, the radios, take London out there with his beard. Oh man, he's got a beard. I cannot grow half the beard that London can. Anyway, we will be back at Universal Studios Hollywood, so make sure you are still subscribed and you ring the bell and do all those other things. For now, we've done our duty. It's time to go home and wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, sleep well. This is what I'm talking about. This is how long it's been since I've been coming out here. I don't think I've ever seen Gru. I don't think I've ever seen Gru. Weird. I bet it's Steve Carell in there. Steve! Dude, apparently it's been way too long. I've never seen this guy. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it. Fun Gump gifts. Wait a minute. There's me in pet form. There's me. That long awkward wait. Just like doo 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 doo. Ah. Come on. Come on. Come on, Steven Spielberg, don't let me down.